the snowy weather in Denver. We've got undefeateds facing off. We've got guys returning to their old teams. A lot of different motivation today. But let's start with some news. And for that, we go out to our insiders, Adam Schefter and Chris Mortensen. Guys, what do we need to know this morning?
Good morning, Sam. The latest round of tests in Las Vegas and New Orleans have come back negative, which means the game with the Raiders and Buccaneers and Saints and Panthers are on today. In relation to that Saints game, they will be without their top two wide receivers, Michael Thomas, who's nursing a tweaked grade 1 hamstring strain, as well as a high ankle sprain, and Emmanuel Sanders, who tested positive for COVID-19. Right now, Michael Thomas is in jeopardy of missing next week as well with that hamstring injury. It's no assurance that he'll be able to make it back for then. Sanders probably won't make it back, so today may be the first of 2 straight games in which the Saints don't have their wide receivers. Mort, what about the Raiders?
Yeah, with the Raiders, everybody knows they were coming off a big win against the Chiefs, had a bye week, and then on Monday, they did meet, but they met with Trent Brown, right tackle, who nobody knew right then was going to be high risk in COVID. He's not playing against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers today. The other 4 offensive linemen could not practice all week, so Tom Cable, the line coach, uploaded video from practices, did voiceovers, and they gave him a strength and conditioning part, and Sam Young starts in place at right tackle with the other guys all returning today without having practice all week. Adam?
And Mort, the headline of the weekend was Antonio Brown reaching agreement on a 1-year deal with Tampa Bay. Tom Brady was instrumental in bringing Brown to the Bucs. They reunite as they played together on New England last year. And Brown's contract, which he is expected to sign on Monday, will be a 1-year deal worth up to $2.5 million with a $750,000 bonus if they win a Super Bowl. He'll have a $250,000 reception bonus, $250,000 yards bonus, and a $250,000 touchdown bonus as well. But a 1-year deal worth up to $250,000, Sam.
Yeah, guys, not a big surprise that it's very incentive-laden for Antonio Brown. Obviously, he's going to get all the headlines just because of the player and the character that he's been in the past. But, Teddy, this Bucs team is coming off of their best game of the season so far, seem to be going well on offense. What real difference does Antonio Brown make for this team?
Yeah, so it's like, why do they need him, right? They're one of the best teams in the league, but still there's something to be said about that quarterback-wide receiver relationship. And that's what I feel that Tom feels like he has with Antonio. He really feels like they were onto something when he was with New England. Just that short little period of time while they were to get on the same page against the Miami Dolphins, that type of production. And I'm telling you, you get guys that are banged up with these hamstrings and these ankles and all of this. This also does this. You also bring in a little bit of motivation for those injuries to heal just a little bit faster to get on the field, because you know how Tom feels about this guy, and he will find him in the passing game to get this going.
I call it unfinished business. And I agree with you, Brew. Unfinished business. When you see the chemistry and the relationship between him and Tom, where he moved in with Tom for a second, he was eating dinner with Tom up in Foxborough, but now he's coming to Tampa, and you made a great point. All those injuries today, going against the Las Vegas Raiders, they're not going to hurt as much as
Magic Healer coming in.
Yeah, so I like the addition with AB coming to the Tampa Bay Bucs, because I didn't see any trust factor on the outside for Tom. And with Antonio Brown, he's a durable type athlete. He'll stay healthy. He'll have his trust back.
Yeah, today, though, when I look at it, in this game, what interests me the most is how the Raiders are going to attack Tampa Bay. Look, we saw Tampa Bay blow up Green Bay. They were blitzing the heck out of them. They take away the running game. Well, you know what? Derek Carr, you're going to have to take shots down the field. Randy, you talked about it 2 weeks ago, and I thought you were wrong. I'm like, no, they got to stay the course. You were right. And what they do, they play the best game of the year in beating Kansas City. So to me, I think it's more of the same. They're going to get opportunities to go down the field one-on-one, and I think Derek Carr's got a chance to have a huge game today.
Yeah, I agree with you, Rex, and having played against Todd Bowles' defenses many, many times, the staple of it is we're going to stop the run first. And their front seven, they've got 2 great linebackers, Levante David, Devin White. They are very good up front. They're going to stop the run. They're going to
You're talking linebackers.
They're going to stay
excited. Let it go.
But what they're going to do is exactly what Rex said. Yeah. We're going to dare you. Like, if you're going to beat us, we're going to make you earn it. And the way that you're going to earn it is you're going to throw it over our heads. And we're going to give you that opportunity. And they'll have the opportunity today. But listen, that secondary is playing really well, too. Like, this is a really good Tampa defense. And we talk a lot about the offense. We're going to talk a lot about Antonio Brown. But don't forget about this defense. This Tampa defense is playing good football.
Yeah, just a reminder, Antonio Brown's not eligible until week 9. The news coming down this week. And so obviously a response based off of what we've seen from him in the past. But look, Derek Carr's still looking for his first win against Tom Brady. They haven't played since 2017. We know the motivation with John Gruden playing his old team. There's just a lot going on in this game. We're going to get to this game later in the show. But let's start with our opening kick, what you're most looking forward to today. Randy, what do you have for us?
Man, let's take it to Foxborough. Jimmy G coming back to New England. Dink and dunk is what I'm talking about. Psych! They're going to have to push the ball upfield. The San Francisco 49ers, the New England Patriots. Defensive coordinator for the New England Patriots, Steve Belichick, Gerard Mayo. Defensive coordinator for the San Francisco 49ers, Robert Saleh. They're sending pressure today. In the first half, the first quarter of the season, they have showed that they cannot beat pressure and cannot beat man coverage. Today in Foxborough, those quarterbacks in that offensive line better get ready. Those D coordinators are sending the house.
Randy, that's a good game, but the game of the day is in Nashville, Tennessee, man. Tennessee Titans 5-0 against the Pittsburgh Steelers 5-0. And the whole focus is going to be about Derrick Henry, the big stud. He's running all over people. He knocks you down. He does all that. But you know what? It's Ryan Tannehill, that combination. Ryan Tannehill, Derrick Henry. It's a combination. It's Batman and Robin. Look, everybody talks about how Tannehill, he is, you know, he's phenomenal with Derrick Henry with him. Well, guess what? Derrick Henry with Ryan Tannehill behind him, right there or with him, 127 yards a game is what Derrick Henry averages with Ryan Tannehill.
No, you're both wrong. Let's go prime time. This is what I'm looking forward to, the Seahawks and the Cardinals. And I love to watch them linebackers, Bobby Wagner and KJ Wright. But, hey, I won't be able to take my eyes off of these quarterbacks. You will have a football field full of frustrated defenders because that's just what Russell Wilson does. That's what Kyler Murray does. Just when you think you got them, you get a shot on them. No, they do the little baseball slide and they're out. You just can't touch them. And they're so accurate as passers. They do absolutely everything. I'm going to be quarterback watching tonight, Hasselbeck.
Hey, there's a reason you flex that game. Like you said, Teddy, that's the game to watch. But listen, don't forget about this. The Dallas Cowboys are still alive in this NFC East. This is a bounce back week for them, going up against the Washington football team. Can Andy Dalton do it? Listen, the defense is historically bad, like historically bad. The solution to these guys getting it fixed, though, is the leader. It's got to be Zeke Elliott. He's turned the ball over 5 times with fumbles. Zeke Elliott has to put this team on his back. He's got to play his best football, not his worst football. And the Dallas Cowboys do have a playoff chance.
Oh, let me guess, Matt. Everything is fixable. It's all correctable for the Cowboys. I've been hearing that every week. What does that even mean in the NFC East?
It's like being the valedictorian